You have a lot of enemies, so there are always others.
I wouldn't be Veronica, dear, if I didn't have enemies.
That's not a good thing.
Really?
All right, so the Ice Queen is dead, or is she? Look, I feel like what was it? What was it? Almost 2 years since the finale, right? Yeah, I think June 2021 was when the haves and the have-nots came to a close, and I remember doing so many videos about that finale. I think I did a video about how each character met their demise and like which one of them are dead and which one of them could have possibly survived their you know, quote unquote death. I mean, Benny obviously dead. He was gunned down. Wyatt finally overdosed, and I mean for real this time, like his death stuck. Jim could arguably still be alive. Catherine, she could have just, she could still possibly be resuscitated. You could make the argument about David being too far away from the living room area where Madison and Jeffrey opened the box containing the bomb. And who's to say that as soon as they opened the box that they didn't realize, oh wow, it's a bomb, so they decide to like toss it or they decide to leave the room. That's a possibility. And the list goes on. Now, Veronica, I feel like her death was the most like, okay, I think that it's quite possible that it could have been Laura, due to the fact that the running theme of Laura being hired was that Veronica wanted somebody that looked like her, someone who could possibly take the fall when, all these different parties try to come for her, whether it be like, Laquita, the guy that was sent by Jim to take Veronica out. But and then of course, it got to the point where Veronica was just giving Laura a bunch for clothes and wigs and whatnot. And we know Laura was at the house that night. And also keep in mind that I think Veronica was trying to get to be the sugar mama of Laura's husband. I forgot his name. Basically the guy that was like light skinned, tall but dumb. He's the actor that plays Angela's recent love interest in Zatima. I forgot the name of the guy on Have and Have Nots, but basically, it's like, hey, why don't you leave your wife and get with me, or possibly kill her off and then be with Veronica. I don't know, but I was thinking that maybe it was a situation where Veronica felt something was off, and she got Laura to dress up like her, oh, the hair, the clothes and whatnot. And then as soon as she left the house, that's when she got shot down. And Veronica was thought to be dead. So Veronica goes on the run. Remember, at this point, it was established then again, Catherine did say one phone call, everything Veronica has could be shut down because Veronica's in debt. All she had to do was get a call from the bank and then they could shut everything down. But with Catherine, quote unquote, dead, Veronica could just, fake her death, get the hell out of Dodge, start a new life, and that will be a spinoff in itself. And with Veronica being Veronica, I think the show would work. But here's my only issue with the reboot or a spinoff series like this. I think too much time has passed with these Veronica knockoffs. Like Victoria Franklin is awesome, but she's always going to be compared to Veronica Harrington. And the reason I put Veronica Harrington as a bigger villain than Victoria Franklin is the fact that Victoria is a pawn. Her parents can shut her up. She is afraid of her parents. We've never really seen that much of fear from Veronica. When Quincy popped in on her once or twice, she was fearful, but at the same time, she was able to hold her own by threatening him, by going after his entire family. Yes, she was shaken by both encounters, but she was able to hold her own against him. And the other time she was like stunned was, whenever Jeffrey would, you know, kiss another man in front of her, or if early on in the show, if somebody, you know, hinted at, oh, well, I know your son is not into women, and then she would like freeze up. But then it got to the point where she was just, you know, completely evil. Now, I do think the spinoff has potential, and people could be like, finally, the real Veronica Harrington is back. How could the series actually work? Like, where would the story take place? Not Atlanta, because Veronica Harrington is a name. And I mean, if we're assuming she ups and leaves and starts over again, I don't think that plot would work, because remember, if Laura was the one who was walking outside of the house that got gunned down by Veronica's henchmen and Jim's hired henchmen, the DNA and all that stuff will prove that, wait a minute, that's not Veronica. Unless Veronica, you know, used her legal know-how and her connections in order to use Laura as a Jane Doe and say, hey, you know, just say this was me, even though it's not me. I can see Veronica pulling all the money out of her accounts and whatnot to just start over. Now, whether or not she'll take Laura's husband with her is, you know, up in the air. I don't know. But it could be like at the ending of A Fall from Grace, when Felicia Rashard's character, you know, escaped justice and decided to, you know, con another, you know, older woman to get money from her. So a Veronica spinoff could work. Truth be told, though, I would rather see Angela Robinson in a bunch of Tyler Perry shows, or at least, you know, a main character in another one. I know she'll always be remembered as Veronica Harrington, but the woman is so talented. I hate to see that squandered, and to see that talent wasted by not being in another big movie. Or, you know what? No, I don't think she's been in a Tyler Perry movie. No, just the haves and the have-nots. Yeah, I want her to be in other projects that Tyler Perry Studios has going on. The man has so many projects and shows and whatnot. Make it happen. Even Hannah had her own movie, A Fall from Grace. One of my least favorite Tyler Perry movies, but it was a movie. I think with Angela, it could happen. Just put her in one of these shows. She could be, I don't know, Fatima's aunt. She could be Andy's mother on Sisters. Hey, look, either give Veronica a spinoff or put Angela in another well-established Tyler Perry show. That's all I'm asking for. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you want a Veronica spinoff? Do you think Angela should be in another Tyler Perry project? Do you think the haves and the have-nots should just come back and say the finale was a dream and keep the show going? Who knows? All I know is this: don't waste Miss Robinson's talent. I want to see her in more stuff. So, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.